Science for life. Do you want to know more about the world around you? Then subscribe, like, and let's get started.
You are an excellent swimmer and are ready to dive into any ocean or sea. Bad news. There are places to avoid, regardless of how well you swim or dive. Some of these places have dangerous underwater rocks, strong currents and tides. Others are known for legends of monsters and mysterious creatures. So let's dive into this water show of horror. Have you ever heard of the Strid? It is a section of the River Wharfe in Yorkshire. It is so narrow in this place that you can jump across it. But don't let the size fool you. It is one of the most dangerous places in the county. One step into the water can lead to terrible consequences. The River Wharfe has a strong current, and since the Strid is so narrow in this place, it is even stronger. The intense flow of water has eroded the limestone around the Strid, resulting in cavities that are much deeper than the rest of the riverbed. The current has also weakened the banks from below, so the land on which you stand, admiring the rushing stream, is most likely just a fragile ledge hanging over the treacherous waters. There is no record of anyone falling into the water of the Strid and being able to get out. And the scariest thing is that many people don't even realize that this innocent-looking stream poses such a danger. My advice to you is to choose safer bodies of water for your water adventures. If you are planning a vacation in California, Horseshoe Lake is what you need. Here you will find everything: sandy beaches, hiking trails and picnic areas. But wait, there is more than meets the eye to this lake. It has a dark side, namely about 40 hectares of dead trees that surround it. And not only trees have fallen victim to the lake. The earthquakes that occurred in 1989 and 1990 released carbon dioxide from under the molten magma. The gas leaked into the air, damaging all living things around the reservoir. Now, Horseshoe Lake is as dangerous as it was 30 years ago. What makes it particularly scary is that the level of toxic gas content changes randomly. The warning signs that are hung all over the place can certainly add a spirit of a horror film to a fun forest hike. On the Hawaiian island of Kauai, there is a group of stunning waterfalls that once attracted many tourists. Kipu Falls, as they are called, were a favorite place for swimming and diving. To get to them, you had to walk a long way along a dirt trail until you finally saw a breathtaking view of a 7-meter waterfall cascading into a crystal-clear pool below. But since 2011, this area has been closed to visitors. Why? There have been many accidents at Kipu Falls. It is clear that someone could have accidentally slipped from a 7-meter height. But apart from this, there have been much more mysterious cases. Witnesses tell stories of people peacefully enjoying the pool at the foot of the waterfall, who were suddenly dragged under the surface. An explanation for these incidents has never been found. Locals believe that the water spirit Moa is to blame for everything, who does not like when he is disturbed by noisy tourists. There is also a theory about a powerful whirlpool at the bottom of the pool. In any case, travel guides no longer mention Kipu Falls, and visiting the restricted area is punishable. The Samae Hole in the Gulf of Thailand is an ideal place for thrill seekers. And it's really dangerous. At a depth of 85 meters, it is the deepest diving site in the region. But depth is not the only reason to avoid the hole. It is located in an active shipping lane for giant oil tankers. Strong currents around the hole make diving even more dangerous. And if that's not enough, the Samae Hole is home to deadly barracudas that can attack unsuspecting divers. The water is so murky that visibility is almost zero, and aggressive marine life sneaks up invisibly. Overall, the Samae Hole is an exciting but extremely dangerous place that is only worth exploring by an experienced diver with strong nerves. Here is a list of the most dangerous places to swim in the world. 1. New Smyrna Beach, Florida. New Smyrna Beach is known as the shark attack capital of the world. There have been over 100 shark attacks in the area since 1882, and the majority of these attacks have been on surfers. The reason for the high number of shark attacks in New Smyrna Beach is because it is located in a prime spot for sharks to feed. The Gulf Stream brings warm water and nutrients from the Gulf of Mexico up the coast, which attracts a variety of marine life, including sharks. 1. Hanks Pai, Kauai. Hanks Pai is a remote beach on the island of Kauai. It is a popular destination for hikers and campers, but it is also a dangerous place to swim. The beach is located in a remote area, and there is no lifeguard on duty. The water is also very rough and dangerous, and there are strong currents. 1. Berkeley Pit, Montana. Berkeley Pit is a former open-pit copper mine in Montana. The mine was closed in 1982, and it is now a Superfund site. The pit is filled with toxic water, and the air around the pit is contaminated with heavy metals. Swimming in the pit is extremely dangerous, and it can be fatal. 1. Lake Nyos and Lake Manoon, Cameroon. Lake Nyos and Lake Manoon are two crater lakes in Cameroon. The lakes are known for their high levels of carbon dioxide, which can be released into the air in a sudden and deadly event. In 1986, a limnic eruption at Lake Nyos killed over 1,700 people. In 1984, a similar eruption at Lake Manoon killed over 1,800 people. 1. Lake Kivu, Rwanda and Democratic Republic of the Congo. Lake Kivu is a large lake that straddles the border between Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The lake is known for its high levels of methane and carbon dioxide, which can be released into the air in a sudden and deadly event. In 2008, a study found that Lake Kivu contains enough gas to kill everyone in the region. These are just a few of the most dangerous places to swim in the world. If you are planning on swimming in any of these places, be sure to take the proper precautions and be aware of the risks. Thanks for watching. Subscribe so you don't miss our next videos.